Last two, half and whole steps, enharmonic equivalents make minor scales and scale degrees. So enharmonic equivalents are two different note names that represent the same note. So for example, this note over here, it can be written as C sharp, or it can be D flat. So C sharp and D flat are enharmonic equivalents. Another example, you could do like this note. So this note can be written as A sharp or B flat. So A sharp and B flat are also enharmonic equivalents. And another example could be like this note. So this note could be F flat, or it can be E. So these are enharmonic equivalents, two different note names that represent the same note on the keyboard. Now half steps and whole steps. A half step is one single note above a given note. So if this is the given note, one half step above this C would be to this C sharp or D flat. So this note can be written as C sharp or D flat. If you want one half step above C, it can be C sharp or D flat. So if you choose to say C sharp, that's a chromatic half step. And if you say D flat, that's a diatonic half step. So a chromatic half step is if you use the same note letter to represent a half step, and diatonic is when you use a different letter to represent the same half step. They're like enharmonic equivalents. So if you use this note, one half step above this note would be this note. So if you want to call this note A sharp and not B flat, then this can be B or C flat. Or I mean, you can call, because in the real exam it will give you the note name and it will probably be called B flat. So if you want to call it B natural, this would be chromatic. And if you call it C flat, it would be diatonic. Now a whole step is two half steps. So a whole step above C would be two half steps above C, which would be this, which is D. And a whole step above B flat would be two half steps, so 1, 2, so it would be this note, which is C. A whole step is equal to two half steps. Now some problems. Write whether or not each of these is a chromatic half step, diatonic half step, or whole step, or an enharmonic equivalent. So the first one is C to B. So I'm gonna draw a keyboard here. Yeah, so just pretend this keyboard goes on. So C, this is C, and B is this note over here. So this is a half step, but you want to know if it's a chromatic half step or diatonic half step. Since they use different letter names, that means it's a diatonic half step. Now, the next one is G to A flat. So G on the keyboard is over here, and A flat is this note. So if you want to know, well, that's a half step because it's one note above G. So if you want to know if it's a diatonic half step or a chromatic half step, well, since G and A are different letter names, that means it's another diatonic half step. Now the next one is D and D sharp. So since they have the same letter name, you already know it's obviously a chromatic half step. But if you really want to test it out, then you could see D is over here and D sharp is over here. It's a half step and they use the same letter name, so it's a chromatic half step. Now the next one is B and C flat. So B is over here and C flat, this is C, so C flat is also this note. So it's the same note, so it's an enharmonic equivalent. Now this is F sharp to G flat. So F sharp is this, and G flat is also this, so it's another enharmonic equivalent because it's the same note, it's just using different letter names. Now you can, for the alto and tenor section, you can try it out yourself, and I'll give the answers in the next video or in a separate slide. Write whether or not each of these is a chromatic half step, diatonic half step, whole step, or an enharmonic equivalent. So the first one is an alto clef. So the first note is a C on the alto clef, and the second note is a D. And C to D is one half step and two half steps, so it's two half steps is a whole step. Now the second one is the tenor clef. So if you know that this note is C, because this note is C, so this is also C, so D, E, F. So the first note is F, and the second note is G. And on the keyboard, F is over here and G is over here, and it's one half step, two half steps, so it's another whole step. Now the third one is the alto clef again. The first note is D because C's here, so D's here, and the second note is C, so D to C is a whole step. Now the fourth one, it's the tenor clef. So C, D, E, F, G, A. So this is A sharp. Oops. And this note is B flat. So on the keyboard, A sharp is over here, and B flat is also over here, so it's an enharmonic equivalent. Now the last one is the alto clef again. The first note is a C. I mean, not a C. It's, if you count down, it's C, B, A, G, F, E. So it's an E. And the second note is a E sharp. So E's over here and E sharp is over here, so it's a half step, but it's a diatonic half step because it's a chromatic half step because it both uses the same note name E. So it's a chromatic half step. But if this was written as like F or F and it's the same note, it would still be a half step, but then it would be a diatonic half step since it uses a different note name. Now minor scales. There are 3 different types of minor scales: natural, harmonic, and melodic. So natural minor scales is when you use the key signature chart to write a natural minor scale. No notes need to be raised. So you would just write the key signature and start on that note and go up and go down if you're supposed to. So for example, E minor scale in the treble clef in natural form, ascending and descending. So over here I provided the key signature in case you forgot. So E minor has one key signature, F sharp. So then you would draw, so F sharp goes over here. I should write it in a different color so it's easier for you to see. So F sharp. So E minor scale in the treble clef natural form, so you don't need to raise anything, so you just write E, and it's ascending and descending, so you write E to E, the high E, and then back to the low E. So E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, okay, C, D, and E. Well, you should write the notes the same size. Oh, I might not have enough space on here, but in the real test papers, you will have enough space. Yeah. Okay. I could do this neater. So it's natural form, as I said before. It's natural form, so you don't have to raise or lower anything, so it's just like this. This is the E minor scale in treble clef natural form, ascending and descending. Now harmonic minor scales. Harmonic minor scales are minor scales where you raise the 7th degree, which is also the 7th note in the scale, by 1/2 step. So first, to write a harmonic minor scale, you use, I made a typo. I meant write a natural minor scale, and then you use an accidental or natural marking depending on which one you need to raise the 7th degree. And over here I said accidental or natural marking because, for example, if the 7th note is like, I don't know, B flat, if you want to raise it by 1/2 step, B flat 1/2 step higher than B flat is C. I mean, not C. 1/2 step above B flat is B natural, so you would need a natural marking, so it's not always a sharp. So by accidental, it's usually a sharp. But if you have like F as the 7th note and you want to raise it, then it would be F sharp. So it depends. It's not always a sharp, and it's not always a natural marking either. You only raise the 7th degree in harmonic minor scales. So now write the E harmonic minor scale in bass clef, ascending and descending. Yeah, it's another E minor. So E minor has one key signature, F sharp. So F sharp goes here, and E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and back down. So since it's E harmonic minor, you raise the 7th degree. So this is the 1st degree, the 2nd degree, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 1st degree again, since it's another E. So the 7th degree is this note, which is D. So you raise the D by 1/2 step. Since the D is a D natural, because there's no D sharp over here, that means you just sharp it. So you just add a sharp in front of the D. And since it's ascending and descending, you have to do the same thing to the 7th degree coming back down, which is this other D. So you add another sharp. And for scales, you have to write the sharps in both and all of the notes that need the sharp or flat or whatever, because it's not gonna the accidental isn't gonna carry on to other notes. Unlike in music, bars and stuff, you only write the accidental once in each bar. Now melodic minor scales. Oh, I made another typo. This is supposed to say melodic minor scales, not harmonic. So melodic minor scales are minor scales where you raise the 6th and 7th degree by 1/2 step when ascending and using the natural form when descending. So to write a melodic minor scale, you first write the natural minor scale. And then you use an accidental or natural marking to raise the 6th and 7th degree when going up, and use another accidental or natural marking when going down to unraise it. So E minor again. So it goes over here, E melodic minor. So first just write the natural form, so E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and go back down. Oh. Okay, I can't do it well with this. Okay, so for the melodic minor, you raise the 6th and 7th and going up, and just natural when going down. So the 6th and 7th degree of E melodic minor is, so the 1st degree, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 1st again, and then there's 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st degree. So the 6th and 7th degree would be the C and the D. So since there's no C and D in the key signature, that means you just sharp it. So C sharp and D sharp, and when going down, it's in the natural form, so you don't need to sharp it. You can't have it sharp, so you use a natural sign when going down. Now problems. C minor scale in treble clef, natural form, ascending and descending. I provided the key signature here in case you forgot. In the real exam, they will not tell you this. You can pause the video to try this yourself, and then you can resume it to see the answer. So now I'm gonna give you the answer. So C minor scale has 3 flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat. So B flat, E flat, and A flat. It's a natural form, so you don't need any raisings. So you just write it. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and back down. Yeah, so this is a C minor scale in treble clef in natural form, ascending and descending. D sharp harmonic minor in bass clef, ascending and descending. It has 6 sharps, so now we draw the notes from D sharp to D sharp. Now, since it's harmonic minor, you erase the 7th degree. So if the first degree is here, then the 2 7th degrees are here. So it's a C, and over here there's a C sharp, which means that you erase a C sharp, you erase the C twice. So it will be C double sharp. The sign for double sharp is this. So yeah, this is D sharp harmonic minor scale in bass clef. F sharp melodic minor scale in bass clef, ascending and descending. So F sharp minor has 3 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So first let's write the sharps. Yeah, so then we're gonna just draw the notes from F to F to F. Okay, so since it's a melodic minor, you raise the 6th and 7th when going up, and natural 6th and 7th when going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have to raise the D and the E. Since there's no D and E in the key signature, then all you have to do is add a sharp to it. And when going down, you just add a natural marking to it. Challenge: B flat harmonic minor scale in alto clef, ascending and descending. B flat minor has 5 flats. So first draw the 5 flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. So you start from B flat and go up. So since it's the harmonic minor scale, you raise the 7th degree. So here's the 1st degree and the 2 7th degrees. And the 7th degrees is A flat, and there's the A flat, and there's an A flat over here. So if you want to raise it, then it will be A natural. Since A flat raised is A natural, so you just draw a natural marking. C sharp melodic minor scale and tenor clef ascending and descending. C sharp minor has 4 sharps. So first let's draw the sharps. There's F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. And then we draw the scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now since it's the melodic minor, we raise the 6th one and 7th one going up and unraise it when going down. So this is the first 7th and 6th and 6th and 7th. So the 6th and 7th is A and B. And since there's no A or B sharp in the key signature or flat, that means you just have to sharp it. So draw a sharp for A and B and draw the natural marking when going down. Now scale degrees. Every note in a major and minor scale has a scale degree and a name. So the first if you looked at the slides before, you would see me write like the first with a incomplete triangle on the top, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, which is also equal to 1, so usually you would write 1, not 8. They also have special names for them, so the first degree is called tonic, the second degree is called supertonic, third degree is called median, fourth degree is called subdominant, fifth degree is called dominant, 6th degree is called submedian, 7th degree is called leading tone, and the first is called tonic again, just like first over here. So usually the main ones that we use a lot is tonic, subdominant, and dominant, but of course we also use other ones. These are just like the main ones. So the tonic is the first one, subdominant is the 4th one, and dominant is the 5th one. Now problems. Write the scale degrees above each of the notes. Then label the tonic as T, subdominant as SD, and dominant as D below each of the corresponding notes. So this is A major, if you can tell, because it starts on A, ends on A, and it has a key signature of A major, so it's not A minor, and it's not some other thing. So if you write the scale degrees above each of the notes, this would be 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, 4th degree, 5th degree, 6th degree, 7th degree, and 1st degree again. And the tonic is the 1st degree. The subdominant is the 4th degree, and dominant is 5th. So if you label it below, be T, S, D, and D. Now, same thing, just with a different thing. This is G minor, natural form, by the way, if that's interesting. So, again, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 1st again. So the tonic is 1st, subdominant is 4th, dominant is 5th. So T, S, D, and D.